JB cycle is here on July the 16th. Still not gone on my holiday, so room for a last video. Okay, let's see. This is the number of days below the 50 MA in the S&P, and we are about 60 trading days below 50 MA. And when looking back, we can stay 80 to 90 days below the 50 MA. That's possible. But when I look back at when we have been 60 days below the 50 MA, is it room for much more downside? No, it's not. There can be some more downside, but at this point it favors a break above the 50 MA before we can have the next leg down. So yeah, we are oversold, and this favors a break above the 50 MA. When looking at Norway, actually Norway broke below the 50-week shifted index and gave another confirmation of a bear market or downtrend. But when looking at previous examples, I do see room for another push up. There's still time here that favors or says it's too early to just crash down. So there's room for another push up in Norway, and typically what we see is that the index will try to hang on to this shifted index, hang on, and try to break above. Maybe it breaks above, but can't really find momentum. And we are just about to have this death cross in the 50 and 200 MA. Actually, we might already have got this signal. These are moving averages in calendar days, but possibly when I look at trading days, we have actually gotten the death cross. And the death cross has typically two scenarios. Either it means we have just crashed down and are oversold, and we are at the local bottom, or we are making a bear flag and are just about to crash down. And this does not look like the first one, that we have crashed down and are very oversold. This rather looks like we are making the bear flag and are just about to crash down. So switching back to the S&P, here this black moving average is the 70-day calendar day moving average, and it's similar to the 50-day moving average. And as we see, we are just a little bit below it, and we have this falling trend line. We are just about to break above it. So this favors, I think, a break above. So another upswing, and we could have another upswing after that, possibly. So this looks like the summer relief rally that I've been kind of waiting for, and it could go into the end of July. But we may break down at any moment here. But I think we first need to break above this trend line and the 50 MA. So what's going on with my 4-week cycle? If we look here, this low was at the cycle high, and this low was at the cycle high, and this low at the cycle high. So it looks like the market behavior has inverted. The cycle has inverted or shifted. That's possible. explanation. We'll see that in a couple of months if the market stabilizes at this new pattern. There's another kind of tricky explanation, and that's this cycle, this sentiment cycle, still may be working. It's just that we have gotten a disturbance, and I have seen this before, and this disturbance could go on for up to a couple of months before we fall back to the normal cycle pattern. And the explanation, or possible explanation, is that we have an initial disturbance and then the technicals of the market are out of sync with the cycle. So this cycle has been in the market for so long, and the market recognizes these technical setups, and when they see some kind of oversold situation, they know it's time to rally in sync with the cycle, and when they see a overbought situation, they know it's time to sell. But when you get this disturbance, you get these technical setups that are out of sync with the cycle, and then the technicals overrides the sentiment. So you then get buying setups when the sentiment is getting worse, and you're getting sell setups when the sentiment is bullish. And this can't go on forever, but for a while. So we'll see. Either the cycle has inverted, that would give us a cycle top here in the end of July, or the cycle still works. We could crash down right now the next week, but I don't think the technicals favors that. Or we could top out here in early mid-August, or here, if this is still the 8-week oscillation, if that works, we could top out here end of July. So I really don't know. As I said last time, it looks like we should have more upside here, but not very much. And when looking at Norway, this should crash down very soon, but there's room for 5 to 7, 10 trading days of trying to stay above here, but it could fail anytime. So have a nice summer. See ya.